Congratulations on your films. It was a really good time watching everything, and just wanted to give you guys a round of applause. So going down the line, if you could state your name, your age, and which film you made, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Sadie Corrigan. I wrote and directed The Vanishing Point, and I'm 18.
Hi, my name is Daniel Spadili. I made the unofficial documentary, and I'm 17.
Hi, I'm Daniel Taylor. I made Untitled Mom Doc. I think we're going to get confused a lot, probably. Unofficial and untitled.
Yeah.
And I'm 23.
My name is Aaron Davis. I am 20 years old, and my project is called Sabrina's Town.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Casamisi. I'm 24, and I did Take One.
I'm Leanna Nielsen. I'm 23 years old, and my film is La Colectiva Immigrant Diaries.
Being that all of your films had touched upon different aspects of life, what is one thing that you would want your viewers to take away from watching them?
I think, like you said, a lot of the films touch on extremely important issues, and I think the takeaway for me would be that, the crisis at the U.S. border, that these people, it's not just a crisis, right? There are real people with real stories that affect many generations, and I think we just need to humanize a lot of what's going on in the political scene in the United States.
My film was about a mom and her son, loosely based off of my own mother. And my message overall was just that, as parents, I'm not one, so I have no idea. But I would assume as a parent, you try to do your best to kind of like raise your child and kind of put them in things that you think would help them. But overall, who you are as a person helps them the most. So actions speak louder than words was the overall message of the film.
For Sabrina's Town, the big message, there's two, but the first one is to keep moving forward. The character of Quinn, I know her best friend passes away, but to always keep moving forward and keep moving on. And the second one is to sometimes you have to believe in the unusual.
I would say I didn't set out to make a film about my mom. Originally I wanted to make a film about my school, but I couldn't get anyone to participate. So I had to, my mom was a last resort, and I realized it turned out better than any film I could make about my school. So I would say that a good story is closer than you think.
I guess the thing I hope most people would take away from the film I made was probably like the ending of sort of just living your life authentically without having to perform for a camera and just being your true self. Because definitely in this day and age, it's definitely a lot of media, and it could be like kind of overwhelming with just the overstimulation. But I hope people could take away the fact that the best way to live is the one where you just live without a camera just in your face. I guess I would say, yeah.
My film is about anxiety and family, and I made it because I was having like horrible life-altering panic attacks, and I needed to express myself. So I guess my message is go to therapy and express yourself, and then make a movie about it.
Another question is, being that we're all, well, everyone down here is young, what's one aspect of being a creative that's either challenging or liberating?
Challenging. I don't know. I would say more liberating. I finished high school early because I just knew what I wanted to do, and I, went through a whole life. That's a gift. Challenging. Filmmaking is challenging. It's stressful, and it's expensive, and a lot of people think it's unrealistic. So.
Yeah, I would say certainly liberating because of like venues and places like this. Most of the film there, I just got a camera and edited on my phone. So I'm really happy that places like these exist where you don't really need to wait till you're that old to be 17 and have a whole community support your movie and be able to see it with a bunch of people. So I think that as technology evolved, a lot of good things came from it as well because just this overall experience of just seeing it with all these people, it was super liberating. And I guess challenging would just be committing to do it because I like procrastinate a lot, and personally I think that the most challenging part for me was just to commit to do it, and lucky enough like venues and places like this exist that I could show my work up there, so yeah.
I was gonna say basically the same thing actually. Like as young people, we have probably more access to filmmaking technology than any other generation has before. I mean, everyone has phones that can make films now, and so that's really liberating. And then on the other hand, we also have the limitations of ourselves and not having enough time and procrastinating, and I struggled so much with putting things off with this film. Really a lot of things were just up to the last minute.
It didn't look like that though, so that's good.
For the challenging part, sometimes it's always getting a crew together and getting people who can stick onto the project. But the liberating part is when you get the ball rolling and you get everyone on set and boots on the ground and things are moving, and when you're able to show your project on a screen and you have those reactions, it's always good to see.
Biggest challenge is probably, like you said, getting people together and willing to do it for free. Particularly, you have to bribe them with an orange juice at 8 a.m. or something. But yeah, it was fun to do, and I think it is very rewarding just to kind of see it come together, even if it's not shown to anybody in the world. Like, it's yours, and you made it for a reason, as everybody on this panel did. Like, and it's for you at the end of the day. So I think like that is the reward, and this is a cherry on top, the extra. So thank you.
Yeah, to speak in the context, I guess, of my film, this film wasn't even supposed to happen because my capstone thesis project was supposed to be a dance performance on a stage. So I think for many of us would agree that the pandemic like really shifted the way we operate as creatives and the way we kind of define our art and spaces in which we share it. So being someone who, at the time that I made this film, I, became pretty chronically ill, and, my body wasn't the same. So, like, dancing had to look different, and that looked like this film for me. So, yeah, I would say it was challenging for me coming to terms with what was going on personally with me, as well as the pandemic and school and, working 3 jobs. But, I think the most liberating part of it is things like these, and being young and being able to have a platform, as someone said earlier, is what is liberating to me, and the fact that I get to help liberate others through a film that tells stories.
And the last question for this panel would be, what was your favorite thing or favorite moment on set that really put the cherry on top for your film?
Oh gosh. So again, my film wasn't supposed to happen, and it was all done over Zoom. People recorded themselves and sent things to me. I guess the funniest thing, one of the folks who was in my film was in the audience today, and he had a little bit of a challenge with the movement prompt, so he sent me multiple different variations of it, and just kind of seeing him express himself in that way was really special to me, because a lot of the people in the film were very close to me, so I think that was like a special and kind of funny moment to like see what people did with the prompt, but especially Christian.
Well, there was a moment, Lucas is right there, hey buddy. I was sitting, it was the kitchen scene, and I asked both the actress and Lucas to do a take where they acted with their faces but not give their lines, just to get reaction shots that I might or might not use later. But the first 2 times that I did a take with Lucas, he didn't respond to anything. He just kind of like looked down the entire take, and I was like, Lucas, you still have to act just without the lines. But it was pretty funny because he was just like, the actress would give her line and Lucas would just sit there like she didn't exist. But that was a fun moment.
That's a really good filmmaking tip, though, like to have that reverse shot thing. That's
Thank you.
good to use that.
My favorite scene to film and to direct was the last scene with our characters, Quinn and Sam, arguing. And, you know, at the very end, there were lines written, but our actors, Carme and Sky, they kind of just ended up ad-libbing. And me and my boom guy, Chris, we just kind of were there just watching, and we were like, geez, man, and they were just going all at it. And I know Carme threw a line in like, oh, you didn't know her. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So that was probably my favorite scene to work on. So, yeah.
What was the question? I missed the question.
It was, what's one of the, like, your favorite parts that happened on set, or like a funny moment?
Okay. I think I didn't set out to make a funny film. I noticed like people tend to like laugh when watching my film, but I didn't mean for it to be funny. So I think my family is kind of inherently like funny in their own way, and that sort of came out unexpectedly in the process.
Yeah, I would say the most fun part would just be sort of the middle of the short film, because I kind of had to get the introduction out of the way, and as I was making it, I was just so looking forward to just like throwing the ball, messing it up, and that middle portion is definitely where I just didn't even see it as work or something to get done. It was just sort of asking my friend to record me messing around in public, and it was just really fun. And I think that when I got in that mindset of just not thinking of it as work and just doing something authentically and just having fun, I think that that's really where my filmmaking, I would hope, just got better and felt more genuine when I just started not really caring and just sort of messed around. So the middle portion, I'd say, yeah.
Well, really the whole thing was sort of like eating glass. It was not fun at all. It was hot, and I was mad at everybody. But we did have one fun day. We had to shoot the whole dream sequence in one day because it was expensive to rent out that location. And my roommate Joe, he had to have all this goop in his mouth and stay perfectly still, and he nailed it, and that was funny. And then he had to have these contacts in, and he couldn't take them out, so I had to take them out for him. And then one of the main actor, he accidentally did really punch one of the other actors, and he gave him a black eye.
Oh my gosh.
That whole day was fun.
Nice. Thank you. guys so much. That's the end of our panel.
Thank you so much. If you didn't do your step and repeat interview before the films, please do them now. We'll set up to do that now. Martha?